In this video, we're going to be talking about the New Day, and the reason why we're talking about the New Day is because Big E is in it. Since the last video were NXT champions, I kind of want to cover the rest of them, so I'm not like missing out on them. So this one, we're going to be talking about the New Day, and let's get started. So we're going to start off with my man, Big E, and I actually only have one figure of his, and it is the Royal Rumble figure. It's like, I think the most recent Royal Rumble collection. Yeah, it's a Build-A-Figure Jimmy Hart. I don't know, I think this one comes with the hands. I'm looking on the back, it comes with the hands and the arms. You can't really see the arms. Oh, there it is. You can kind of see the arms, like the pink spot right there. That's the arms right there. Now let's look at this figure. Now this attire is really neat. He's got the up down down attire. Like you can see like the up down down logo there, and then a get well. I'm guessing that's Xavier Woods when he was injured, so it's like a get well Xavier Woods. And of course Xavier Woods' YouTube channel up down down. Kind of like to honor him. Oh yeah, he has the armband, Xavier Woods armband. So this is definitely when he was injured and out for a long time. I feel like every single time one of them gets injured and they come back, the other one gets injured. Now like Big E is out, and I don't know if he's coming back, which is scary. That's just how wrestling is. But look at this figure. It's very detailed, very good. Looks like Big E. He is built like a brick house, which in real life he is too, so it's perfect. Great attire. The attire has a lot of variety in it, and it's kind of funny. Like if you just look at this leg right here, like without the face, if you just look at this leg right here, if it's just that one leg, it kind of looks like Mark Henry because he used to wear like the black and gold, so it's kind of funny. One and only Big E figure that I do own. Very good figure. I think this is the most recent one. He might have another one coming out soon. As a champion, I think he has another one coming out soon, but I think this is his most recent one as of now. Here's the back. Now I love this box. It's really good. It's really nice, detailed. You know, it has a lot of pop to it. And here's the lineup. I have everybody. You'll probably see that Yokozuna later on. Here is the back. Here's the side. It's really cool. This is a really good one. Yeah, so that's my only Big E figure that I do own. And let's get right into Kofi Kingston. Now, before we continue, I do want to apologize for like not having like a New Day. Sure, I do have them, but they're in Washington right now. I think I have a couple of them. But for now, I'll be wearing this. And this is the American History Voter Fraud by Lila Hart and Eric Abinante. Yeah, I've wore the shirt before, but I haven't wore the jacket. So here is the hoodie, and it's a really nice hoodie. I love it. But let's get right into Kofi Kingston. The first Kofi Kingston figure that I do own is the Series 4. Here it is. Now, I'm really happy about this one. This is like one of the only ones, when I first started collecting, one of the only ones I owned in this style of box. I have like this one and a Sheamus that I'll show later on. Man, I love this one. Series 4, very old figure, definitely his first elite figure. And here it is, very detailed, very good. Looks like Kofi Kingston. They have the headbands, the armbands, Jamaican style. They have the cool pants, you know, the reverse Kill Bill pants, pretty much. Here is the picture of him, very muscular. This dude is ripped, I swear. But I guess this is before his chest started like expanding a little bit, because now you can see, like if you watch wrestling, you can see like his pecs are very like spread out, and it's kind of weird. He has like a big gap in between his chest, but right here you can see that there's no gap. So I guess when he first started there wasn't a gap, and it just slowly formed over time. I'm not sure if that was from like smacks from like the Big Show or something, but here is his first ever elite figure, and here is the back of it, and you can see he's very ripped. You can see his back. I like how like these it shows like the back as well, so you can see that there's muscle on the back. It's very detailed. And here is the display stands. They have display stands in the older ones. They don't now. Well, they might have in some of them. In some of them I think they do actually have display stands, and most of them they don't. And here is the big old cast of characters here. Yeah, it sucks that like all these guys are not in anymore. I mean, it is kind of old, but so that was the first Kofi Kingston figure I wanted to show, and here is the next one. And the next one I wanted to show off is the Top Picks 2020 Kofi Kingston, and this one goes pretty well with that Big E. Of course, the Big E doesn't have the tag team championship or anything like that, but the attire is matching. You can see it's really hard to see, but near his boot it says "Get Well" or like "Get Well Soon" for Xavier Woods. So here it is. The tag team championship looks sick. I love that. I love this. Very good Kofi Kingston figure. The face looks like him. Very detailed on the muscles, everything. He has the blue, you know, for SmackDown anyways. It goes very well with the championship. His hair is blonde here. Very good. Very, very good figure. I really like this figure. It's a really good Kofi Kingston figure. There's not much difference from whatever one they had with the Top Picks one, because of course with the Top Picks they like re-release them. So I explained in earlier videos, they just take one that, you know, has an earlier, that was earlier in the line, and they just kind of repackage it, put it as Top Picks. So this one, he has another one exactly like this. I think it's still a very good Kofi Kingston figure, and if you were to have that one or the Top Picks, I think is actually a lot more easier to come by. I mean, you pretty much just have the same figure, so if you're like a out-of-box collector, it doesn't matter which one you have, they're going to be the same. But let's get right into the next Kofi Kingston figure. And the last Kofi Kingston figure I wanted to talk about is the WrestleMania, whatever Roman numeral that is, because I didn't want to look it up. So here is this WrestleMania Toys R Us exclusive, and this one's not a very good Kofi Kingston figure, honestly. The head sculpt just doesn't look like him. Like, he looks like Calypso from like Twisted Metal. Like, I don't know what's up with their like renditions of Twisted Metal characters, but everything else is good. The body's like super detailed. Like, it's so weird when they have like the little lines on their pecs, like when they're like jacked up and everything like that. But that's what they have. He has a WrestleMania shirt. I thought it was honestly, I thought it was a chair at first when I first saw it, but it's a shirt. You can definitely tell it's a shirt. But this is a very good box. I really like this box. I like how they have like the poster and everything like that. There's actually 5 of these. There's a Rock as well, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why it only shows 3 here, including the Kofi Kingston, unless there was like another series of these exact same elites. I don't know. It's really weird. Very good box, very good detail on the figure itself, the attire, green and pink, but the head sculpt's just not there. I don't know. The head sculpt's just not there. And that was the last Kofi Kingston figure I do have, and sadly I don't have any Xavier Woods figures, so we're just gonna get right onto the ones that I'm missing. And the first Biggie figure that we're going to talk about that I'm missing is the Series 26, and this is when he had Langston in his name. So Biggie Langston, this is way before the New Day. This is, I believe, his first Elite figure, and it comes with the weights and the weight bench. Now, I don't know why the weight bench is cut in half. I don't know if they just want to like, so you can just like break figures over it, but I don't remember him ever like having a weight bench outside of the ring or anything like that, so they just wanted to create like a breakable weight bench. But man, look how many weights are on that thing. Like, golly, does he really lift that much? Like, that's, I don't know, that's all 45s or what, I don't know. But man, it's very good. It's a very good figure. So the picture on the box, I love how like it shows all of him except for just like from like here up. I like how like the old boxes used to show them all, so it's like his entire body. It's really cool to me. I like that. But that's just how the boxes were back in the day. They were big enough so they can do that. Now they aren't. But this is a very good Biggie figure, except for the head sculpts. It's not that great, but the tire is good. Figure itself is detailed. He is built like a brick house again in this one. So they did pretty well on that. He has armbands. I feel like everybody has armbands. Now that I'm like really looking at everybody, they all have armbands, which is weird. The attire is really cool. I really do like this like red and black. With the lion in the middle. I don't know what that signifies. Maybe I'm stupid for not knowing that, but anyway, this is a really good figure, and this is a really good start to the Biggie figure, especially with like the accessories. It's just so unique. And the next one is the Series 32. I guess this is the time where they took the Langston out, because this is his second figure, his second Elite figure, and they don't have the Langston in there. But he does come with the Intercontinental Championship, which is really cool. Very good picture and a very good figure again, except for the head sculpt. I don't know why they made his head like small in this one. I don't know why his face is just like really small compared to like the rest of his head. He has like a 6 head. I don't know why they made his forehead so large like that. It doesn't even look that big like in his picture. Other than that, it's a really good detailed figure. Kind of looks like he has a goatee, but he doesn't have a goatee in the picture itself, so that's kind of weird. The attire is really good again. He has the lion head in the middle again. again. You know, the lion stuff. I don't really know what that's all about. I don't know if it's like, it kind of looks like he has like Jamaican colors on, so I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, he has like the white and the black, which is really cool. It goes really well with the red and the green on the lion itself. And he has the armbands again. There's not much else I can say. I like the figures with like the singlets because they can do a lot with them. This one is no exception. It's really good. I do like this attire. It's just that head sculpt. I don't know why. But let's get right into the next one. And the next one we're going to talk about is the series. I don't know, because guess what? They stopped numbering them. So I don't know what series this is a part of. They do this with every single, I feel like every single video I'm doing, there's at least one that just doesn't have a number on it. So I can't tell you what it is. This is the first Biggie Langston figure, I believe, in the New Day, because he has the original colors on of the New Day. They switch them out every, like, you know, every so often, but this is the original colors with the original logo on it. And again, it's very good. This is very good Biggie figure. The head sculpt's kind of crazy to me. They gave him a pretty crazy facial expression, but it looks like Biggie, and it's very detailed. You can tell in the arms. You can't really tell like with the body because it's mostly covered up by the cool entrance jacket they gave him. You can tell by the arms they're pretty veiny, so they have a lot of detail in the arms, and it's probably continues on the body. So very cool, very good attire. The jacket, the entrance jacket's really nice touch. Very, very, very cool. You could really put it on any of the New Day figures. I mean, like, he's the only one that came out with the entrance jacket, I'm pretty sure, and the other guys didn't. But you could put it on the rest of them, and it would be pretty cool. Like, I know Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they came out with the vest, but not like a jacket like this, or like a coat. It's very good attire. The colors match pretty dang well. Very, very good. I do like this Biggie figure. That, again, the head sculpt's a little crazy to me, but other than that, it's a really good Biggie figure. And the next one is the Series 53 Biggie, and honestly, this one's not as good as the last one, even though the head sculpt's not as crazy. The head sculpt looks a little bit less like Biggie in this one. The attire is really cool. Again, they have just like all the colors matching, the orange, yellow, blue, whites, you know, the unicorn stuff on it. It's really good. So this is obviously when they started changing all their colors. That's a unicorn horn. So I couldn't really tell what that was at first, the unicorn horn on the side, because it kind of looks like that white, like the unicorn horn itself, like the horn itself. Honestly, I thought it was like a light or something. It doesn't really look like it's a part of the set. So they have a unicorn horn. He comes with a unicorn horn. I don't know why they didn't give him any other accessories besides that. The attire is really cool. It comes with the entrance coat once again, but just this time it's just all different. So the attire is cool. The entrance coat's good. Unicorn horn's a little off to me. Other than that, like, everything's detailed on him. The head sculpt kind of looks like him. Doesn't really look like him that much. It's still passable. And the next Biggie figure we're going to talk about is the Series 61 figure, and I love this attire. Fantastic, fantastic attire. A typical Biggie entrance coat. It's the same thing as every other one. It matches everything with his attire, period. So, like, the entrance coat, really good. The attire is really, really good. This American flag stuff's really nice. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite Biggie figures. The head sculpt, it again crazy, but looks like him. The very detailed, and the boots, it's okay. The boots are okay. Like, yellow's just kind of weird. It's like a weird color for the boots, but other than that, it's a very, very good Biggie figure, and this is probably on the top of the Biggie figures. Just because the attire itself, really. Everything else could be bad, and the attire could probably catapult it up. They still got everything else right, besides the yellow boots. But other than that, you know, I don't know why they did the yellow boots. I guess the only reason why is because Hulk Hogan used to wear yellow boots. I don't know. It's just kind of like a wild guess, because, you know, Hulk Hogan's all like American and everything like that. That's the only reason why I think he could be wearing those. But other than that, it's very, very, very good Biggie figure. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 79 figure, and this one looks more like a basic figure, honestly. The head sculpts, I mean, it kind of looks like Biggie a little bit. It just kind of looks basic. I guess it's because it doesn't have like the crazy entrance jacket and stuff like that. It does come with like some pancake or something. I think as a plate of pancakes, it does come with pancakes, and the Tag Team Championship, which is really cool. I think this is a part of the one with Kofi Kingston, I believe, with the Series 79. I think Kofi Kingston come in Series 79, I believe, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but the attire is really cool in this one. I don't know what they were going for. Maybe this is more up, up, down, down stuff, but the attire is really nice. I love the color pattern here, and the championship's really cool. The plate of pancakes, the light blue boots are kind of weird. I feel like they could have been black or red, something that fit more with the attire, because I know there is light blue in there, but it's not like really good. There's not enough to like get away with wearing light blue boots as well, so it's kind of weird, but other than that, very detailed figure. It looks like him. The attire is great, the championship is great, and the plate of pancakes is a little wonky, but you know, that's just how the New Day are. And the last one we're going to talk about is the Series 95, and this is the one I was talking about earlier, the Royal Rumble one, when I was saying that there was one afterwards, but that was like his most recent one that had come out. Now I think this one did come out already as well. Like, the attire is really nice. The silver and the blue and the white, it doesn't really, compared to like all the other figures, it doesn't really fit him that well. It is still really cool attire. It's very cool. It fits very well with everything else. Other than that, he has the WWE Championship, really, really good. The head sculpt's okay. The armbands are okay. The boots actually kind of match with the stuff here now. They are like pure white, and everything in there is like silver instead of just pure white. But other than that, it's very good. The box is really cool. Picture, I love that he's holding a championship in the picture. They don't really like to do that a lot, but they're doing it a lot more now. And the hand, now the only problem I have, I think, with this figure is the hands, and not the ones that he has, but like the hands, the extra pair of hands. They look burnt. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's not me trying to be racist or anything, but they just like look, I don't know what it is. It just looks burnt. They just look burnt. I don't know what it is. It's really weird. It's like they're a lot darker than the rest of him. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm just not a big fan of those hands, of like the extra hands here. But other than that, everything else is really good. Like, everything else is really good, and they might be coming out with another one later on, but for right now, this is the latest one they have right now, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about. And let's now get right into the Kofi Kingstons. And the first Kofi Kingston figure we're going to talk about is the Series 9 Kofi Kingston, and this one's a pretty good Kofi Kingston figure. It's very detailed. I wouldn't say the face looks like him that much. Other than that, it's like really detailed, and the attire's pretty cool. The pants are pretty sweet. I really like this figure. I can't really comment much about anything else but the attire, really, because it's really all he has. You can't even see his boots because like the pants are just so long that they just cover the boots. So like I really can't say much. It's a pretty good Kofi Kingston figure. It's his second one, I believe. The second or third. I don't know if the one that I showed earlier came out first, the WrestleMania one, or this one came out first, but I believe this one did. It might have. I don't know. Very detailed. They all have the armbands, so I'm just gonna stop saying the armbands because they all have it. They all have like the wrist straps. They always do. So it's like the hair's pretty good. He kind of has a big forehead here. The hair is really good. Again, the face doesn't really look like him that much, but other than that, pretty good Kofi Kingston figure. And the next Kofi Kingston figure we'll be talking about is the Series 17 figure, and this one's a pretty good figure. It's pretty detailed. I think he just has like the same attire as last time, cyan like orange type of color, and it's pretty good attire. The Tag Team Championships looks really good. It's very detailed. The head sculpt doesn't really look like him again that much. Other than that, it's a pretty good figure. I think this is one of his more rare figures to come by. I think this one's a little pricey than the older ones like the Series 9, everything like that, but that's all I can really say about it. I really do like this one. I wish I did have it, and I have been kind of like looking into getting it, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. And the next Kofi Kingston figure we're going to talk about is the Series 27. And I believe I actually do own this one. I just don't have it physically with me. It's a pretty good figure. It's very detailed again. The head sculpt doesn't really look like Kofi Kingston. I don't know what's up with the Kofi Kingston figures, but they don't look like him that much. He's going with the orange and the black attire once again. And the shirt's pretty good, but it just doesn't match the attire. So like putting it on him would be weird because of course the green and the orange and the black and white and everything like that just wouldn't fit that much. Other than that, the attire is pretty cool. I do like this color scheme of like orange and black. It's very original nowadays because they don't really use it a lot. Like a lot of wrestlers don't really use the orange It's pretty good. It's very detailed. He has the abs. You can see like the abs. You can kind of see like the parting of the chest now. It's starting to part a little bit even in the figure here. So in the picture it's still okay, but they're kind of getting a little bit of detail with that chest thing that's going on with him. But other than that, it's a really good Kofi Kingston figure. And the next one we're going to talk about is a series I don't know because it doesn't have the numbers. And this one's okay. I think I'm like looking at his head sculpt and it kind of looks like Kofi Kingston, even though it's like slanted down a little bit. It's at an angle, so you can't really see it that much, but I think it does look like Kofi Kingston. The hair, I can't really tell what he has. I don't know if he has like the 2 buns in the back. It's kind of hard to see, but I think that's what they were going for. He has this sign, the real Mega Dad of the Year. I'm not sure where that's coming from. So you can tell it's like one of the first New Day ones because he has the original colors with his attire. So the blue and the white, which is really cool. He does come with the vest and everything like that, so that's pretty cool. The attire is really cool. I do like it's blue and it transitions to white. I think that's really neat. And the armbands this time are white except for black. This is a really good one. I think if his head was up, I believe it would look like Kofi Kingston. So this is probably the best one so far. So you can kind of tell that they got better at making the figures kind of look like them at this time. And it's a really good figure. I do like this attire, and I do like the somewhat weird accessories here with the sign and everything like that. It's a weird sign. Other than that, it's a very good Kofi Kingston figure. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 52, and this is a really good one. He looks exactly like Kofi Kingston. I feel like they got this body pretty well on. The only weird thing I think about this one is the shoes. They have like the unicorn horn on it, and it doesn't match the rest of the attire, which is kind of funny, also weird at the same time. He has like that orange and blue again, just like the Big E did. I believe he had on the orange and everything like that, so he has the unicorns. So this obviously goes with whatever figure that was, like just to match it with the New Day. They probably have an Xavier Woods one with that as well, and he does come with the like the unicorn horn again, just like the Big E did. They got this one like pretty spot on, like his facial expressions, and it looks like him. This one's a pretty good Kofi Kingston figure. I really do like this one. Everything about it is just really spot on. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 60, and it fits perfectly with that Big E. The attire is amazing, so I'm not going to really go too much into it with the attire just because I did the same thing with the Big E. Now the shoes are a lot better on this one because he has the white shoes and he doesn't have yellow shoes like Big E did. Other than that, it's a really good figure. You can tell it's detailed like on his chest and everything. You can kind of see it a little bit. You can tell it's there. And his head sculpt, it looks like him somewhat. The hair again, you know, he has that bun again. So there's not much I can really say about it because it's pretty much like the same head sculpt, same hair, and the same attire as the Big E, so there's not much in depth I can go about it. Pretty good Kofi Kingston figure, and of course it's going to go well with that Big E. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 78, and I think this one's just like that Top Picks figure, except he doesn't have the blonde hair and he doesn't have pancakes. There's not much I can really say about it because I just think it's the same one. He does have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, so it would go well with that Big E that had the Raw one. But this one, he has like pink sleeves. I don't know if it's because it looks like the attire on his legs and everything are red, and his boots are kind of weird. I don't really know. It looks like they got wet or something and it's kind of faded in. I don't know what that's supposed to like really match to. I'm guessing it's the boots, but it's very detailed. Looks like Kofi Kingston, and I like this like little blonde streak he has in his hair. It's pretty good. So this one's a really good one. I believe it's supposed to match with that Big E. And the next Kofi Kingston figure we're going to talk about is the Series 96. And I really dig this one. The attire is really cool. I don't really remember him wearing this, but it's a sick attire. I love this purple and silver. It's kind of like the Black Panther type of vibe here. That's probably what they were going for, honestly, because I'm sure at around this time, Black Panther was pretty popular at times. The attire is really sweet here. You can tell the body's pretty detailed and have like the blonde hair. The head sculpt's a little iffy to me. I would say it doesn't really look like him that much. Everything else is just really good. The attire is fantastic. I really can't see the shoes because the Ringside Collectibles logo is all up on it. so I can't really comment on that too much. But you can see like it has like this cartoony look on the picture, which I really do like. I dig that. Of course, they stopped doing the whole chest thing like on the figure itself, because I mean they did start doing it and then they stopped doing it because I mean it's a figure. It's not supposed to be like that realistic, but also at the same time it is. So I kind of like give them a pass on that, but it's a very, very fantastic figure. I really like this one. I dig this one a lot. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series of Domination Kofi Kingston, and this one's going way back to like his first debut or something like that, because he has like the Jamaican colors. He has all this stuff pretty much going on here, even like that hair way back then. It's pretty detailed. I can't tell if it looks like Kofi Kingston that much. Like, this is a good figure if you really want to go way back to like nostalgic times, because the attire is just crazy to me. Like the whole like Jamaican feel to it is really cool to me. So I do dig this Kofi Kingston figure. I just like the head sculpt's just off to me a little bit. Other than that, I think it's a really, really good one. It kind of matches with the Series 17 one a little bit because of the whole color scheme, because I think that was kind of like a Jamaican too a little bit, but this one's fantastic. I really do like this one a lot. I think it's just that head sculpt's just a little off. Other than that, it's a pretty good one, especially like for nostalgic feels. And the last Kofi Kingston figure we're going to talk about is the WrestleMania figure, and this one's a pretty good one. He does come with a WWE Championship, which is really cool. I think they kind of like reuse the attire on one of them. I'm not really too sure. I could be completely wrong about that, but they do go back to like the pink sleeves. You can tell the body's pretty detailed. The hair is kind of crazy to me. He has like the two ponytails in the back. That's kind of funny to me. And he looks mad, like happy and mad at the same time. It's kind of funny. It does come with the referee hands down at the bottom to like to build a referee. I don't know who Danny Davis is, to be honest. I'm not gonna act like I do, but I do love this box style. It's a pretty good series when it comes to like the elites. I do like that he goes with the WWE Championship. It's fantastic. I do dig this one. That's really all I could say about it. So that's the last Kofi Kingston figure I wanted to talk about, and let's get right into Xavier Woods. And let's get right into your boy Xavier Woods. Alright, so the first one we're going to talk about is, again, one I don't really know the series of. Again, you can tell it's like, I think this is actually his first elite period, because he didn't have a lot of elites before then, before the New Day. Actually, I don't think he had any at all. So this is his first elite, I believe. Of course, they have like the classic New Day colors. You can see like the symbol on the boots. So that's the old logo for the New Day. He does come with a trombone. He looks like Xavier Woods. So this is a really good first Xavier Woods elite. And you can kind of tell that he has a bit of hair on his chest. They probably have it pretty detailed underneath the vest. Everything about this one's really cool. I do love this classic New Day look. The color scheme's really good. The vest kind of reminds me of like Mustafa Ali a little bit. Everything's like really good about this one. I love just everything about this one. It's a really good Xavier Woods figure, especially for their first one. So they did very good, and the addition of the trombone is really cool. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 52, and you can kind of see a trend here with all the New Day ones. They all kind of match together, so this one has the orange and the blue, and you like the unicorn and everything like that. So you can obviously see that they all just try to match. Of course, it has a unicorn horn just like the other two. He has a trombone again. That's really the only accessory you can give Xavier Woods is a trombone, or like a more unique one than the other ones is the trombone. So they probably gave him like the trombone, gave the other guys pancakes and stuff like that. But I'm not going to say too much on the attire because it's just the same thing, just like as the other two, as the Kofi Kingston and Big E. The head sculpt's really good. It does look like, it's funny, it looks like the expression he's making on the box, like on the side of the box itself. So that's really sweet. And the hair is pretty cool. Again, I can't really say too much about it. There's not much difference in the attire than the other one. So I could really just say stuff about the accessories and his head sculpt, which is really good. So again, another really good Xavier Woods figure. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Series 79, and this one's a bit different than the others. This one, I think they do still have like this matching attire, maybe. This head sculpt's really good. I do like this first head sculpt. The second one's weird though. It looks like Stevie Wonder except for Xavier Woods. I don't know why. I don't know really what this other head sculpt's supposed to be. I don't remember him wearing this, like especially with the dreads. It looks more like a Kofi Kingston thing. But he does come with the trombone, which is like a really weird light blue color. Kind of crazy for the trombone, but the big thing about this one is he comes with the up down down championship. So it's kind of like the Zack Ryder who comes with like the internet championships. You know, he comes with his own championship, which is really sweet, which means I'm probably gonna have to pick this one up sometime, because there was a point where I was trying to get all the figures with championships. So I have like Zack Ryder with the internet championship, I have like the Ted DiBiase with the $1 million championship, just like random championships. You know, later on they might make a Braun Strowman with the Greatest Royal Rumble championship. So, you know, just stuff like that, really cool little things like that they have, like championships like that. This is a really good one. The head sculpt again looks like him, and it's very detailed. I guess they just really like Xavier Woods because they just give him all the good head sculpts, when it seems like everybody else has like 1 or 2 figures that just don't look like them at all. But this one's a really good one. I do really like this Xavier Woods figure a lot, and this is probably one I'm gonna have to get soon. And the last one we're going to talk about is the Series 97, and this is obviously his King Woods figure. I mean, it even says it on the box, and this attire is really sweet. Black and yellow and white, but it's like some parts of it looks orange, so it looks like fire, which is really cool. He comes with like the scepter and the crown and everything like that. It's pretty detailed. They don't have like the hair on the chest on this one, so it's kind of less detailed, and the head sculpt's okay. It somewhat looks like Xavier Woods, so I guess I spoke too soon on the last one saying that, you know, all of them look like Xavier Woods, but this one's an okay one, especially with the accessories. It's really good. I don't know, I'm kind of like on and off about this one because it's really good. Like, the attire's cool, the accessories are cool, it's just the head sculpt, and it's just not as detailed as the other one when it comes to like hair and stuff like that. But there's not much I can complain about. They'll probably do better later on, you know, whenever they make another one. I don't know when they will, because they don't seem to make a lot of Xavier Woods figures, but this is a really cool one. I do dig this one just because of the accessories and the attire itself. That's really all I can say about this one. And that was all the figures that I do and I don't own of the New Day. Again, the reason I did that one is because I want to go through like all the NXT champions that I haven't done. So if you've been paying attention, you should know exactly what the next one is. And that's really all I'm going to say about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is JC Sanchez, out.